Hey guys, here is a tutorial for another cowl neck design. This time I'm showing you how to make cowl neck both front and back, and next week I will show you how to finish it. Before you try this pattern drafting tutorial, please make sure you have made a basic pattern first and then watch the cowl neck video. I have put links in the box below this video. If you like this, give me a thumbs up, hit the like button and leave a comment, and enjoy the tutorial. Thanks for watching. Here is the basic pattern I have copied from the original. This is the back. This is the same we need the same pattern for front and back because it's going to be a cowl neck. The only difference between the front and back would be the neck depth. We're making about the bust line, sort of normal neckline for the front and really deep neckline for the back. So you're kind of going to have a really deep cowl effect at the back. So this will be just above your bra strap. Okay. So let's go ahead and see how to do this. Now I have copied this. I'm going to keep my original aside. We're going to work on this one. If you don't know the basics of this, I have got a free video on my free channel. Please go and watch it. This is how to convert a basic body shape into a cowl neck pattern. So basically what we're going to do, you got to go and measure yourself from one side of the neckline to the other side of the neckline, and holding your measuring tape like so. So let's imagine I'm going to keep it like that so you can see properly. Let's say that's your shoulder and that's your front. So from here to here you need to go and measure it. Keep the tape like this. That's the way you've got to measure for a cowl neckline. And once you've measured it, and then just make sure it's not too deep for you, that kind of shows your cleavage. If you want it to be slightly more modest, then just go ahead and take it however. In case if you want it to be really deep and you're wearing a tee inside or a vest inside and you want it to go lower than the bust line, you've got to take it like that. Apart from this neck depth, everything else is the same as I show you in this tutorial. So we're going to do that, and I'm going to take it. This has got to be about your armhole shoulder like that. So I'm going to make it, this is about coming to about 18 inches. So I'm going to take it as 18 inches. And for the back, we're going to go slightly deeper. For the back, we're going to go about 23 inches. So 18 and 23 is what I'm going to be drafting on. So I'm going to keep this one aside and let me turn this over like so. What we're now going to do is we're going to cut this right in the point of the shoulder, because that's where the cowl effect is going to drop. Also, the other thing is we're also going to learn to kind of extend, because we want a few pleats here around your shoulder area when we do the cowl. Not just a cowl, we're also going to add the pleat. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut how many ever pleats you need. You need to cut these lines. There's no hard and fast rule. Just divide it into 4 and just cut that line there. Okay, before I cut this off, I'm going to name it so I don't lose it. The last one I'm going to cut right till the corner, but I'm not going to chop it off completely because we need that. So it's kind of just hanging at the edge. So let's fold it, because we need to, if we put this together, this is how it's going to be. Okay, now before we go ahead and do anything else, we need another paper so that we place the patterns properly and then paste it and then cut it around. Okay, here is just a square piece of paper, just a rectangular piece of paper. There's no hard and fast rule, and we've cut the main panel. We're going to place it here. Right, now before we do that, remember the neck depth that we measured earlier. We need that to be measured here. So take your measuring tape, divide your neck depth into half. Mine was 19, so that would be about 9.5. That is inclusive of your seam allowance. So we're just going to make this mark here. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to place this in order like so. Let's just go ahead and forget about where this is going. We only need to make sure the shoulder, if you didn't give any gap at all, forget about this. So just take the straight line. If you didn't give any gap at all, then you would get just a one drop of shoulder. Okay, before we go ahead, we just need to make sure this is matching in the center here, because this line is the center line and that is where the neck depth is sitting. So which means basically your neck depth will go like that. It's almost like going into a straight sort of line. Okay, this will only give you the ease around the neck. It will not add the ease around the bust line. If you wanted a little bit ease around your bust line, you need to make another cut here. So let me just go ahead and make a cut. This is around the armhole. So I'm not going to cut completely, I'm just going to open it up. So we're going to keep the center as it is, but we're going to open the bust line up. So this is going to fall around the bust line. Maybe I need to go down a little bit so I have more room. So I'm going to place it from there, and that's my armhole. And now I've got that area where I could do for the shoulder. So what we're going to do is we're going to place it like that. See, if we just did a plain cowl, then your neck would end here and that would be a neck drop. But because we want pleats around the neck area, what we're going to do is we're going to distribute this so we get a lot of pleats around the neckline. So that's how it's going to look. You really don't need these pieces, because once you have this bit here, you can just go straight across there. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold it, because I need a fold for the neck drop, otherwise the neck won't be finished. So I'm just doing like a 1/2 inch fold. Again, marking the 9.5 inch mark. So once I have got that mark, I'm just going to place these pieces like so. And I don't really need these pieces, but just so that you can see it, the whole thing, I'm just going to keep it there, and I'm going to trim that off. So that's going to be the shoulder joint and the armhole. Just make sure that you make a little marking or a notch at these corners, because otherwise you're going to end up, once you cut this, you're going to end up thinking, oh, where's the marking? Okay, so for the back, all that matters is you're going to make the deeper neckline. So this line is going to go probably straight here. Okay, so that's the only difference. So let me go ahead and cut that. I'm not going to show you because that's exactly the same as this one. So the back neck depth, I'm just going to go straight, which means it's going to drop a little bit longer. What I will do at this stage is I'm just going to go and mark this, just so that I can cut this off. So from the same pattern, I'm going to cut the front and the back. So the back would be that, and then the front would be, first I'll cut the back and then trim this bit off and then cut the front. Okay, so there's your front and back cowl necks are ready. There is your cowl neck pattern ready. If you wanted to add a bit more around your bust line, then, and a little bit of pleat around there, I will cover this in another video with another design, because this is not, it's going to be too complicated if I do it now. So basically we're going to add a bias binding here and to hold the front and back cowl, and I'll show you how to finish that in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Bye bye for now.